Very good morning to all of you. Professor Rao, Professor Sundar, Professor Bindu Madhava, Sudhir Bharai, and all the distinguished personalities on dais, off the dais, and all the faculty member of BITS, and delegates for this conference, that is the Work Integrated Learning, ICONWIL 2024, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me congratulate the Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani, Hyderabad campus, as well as all the other campuses, together organizing this first international conference on work integrated learning, ICONWIL 2024. Warm greetings to all the guests and the attendees for this conference. This kind of an event basically serves as a beacon of collaboration, new ideas, innovation, and also new ways of integrating the skilling into education, and particularly higher education. Work integrated learning programs, we have heard from the person who created, Professor Sundar, are highly valuable as they bridge the gap between the academic, learning, and real-world environment. And particularly they provide students or the working professionals a practical experience, industry insights and the requirements, and also the emerging technologies which were not introduced in their work environment for the valuable networking into the, working together with the very emerging technologies. So let me briefly tell about what AICTE has done on this direction. So as you all know, today our higher education system in India, only 28.3 students out of 100 students go to higher education. So our goal is to reach 50 by 2035. So today we have close to about 4.3 crores, which is 43 million students are in higher education, as against our school education, close to about 15 crores at class 10 and class 12, and in total, school education itself is close to about 25 crores. Friends, at All India Council for Technical Education was started as an advisory body in 1945 to then British government in the area of technical education, which became a regulator in 87 when large number of engineering colleges mushroomed in the southern part of India. Today, I would like to tell you, we have moved from a regulatory position. I think among all the regulator, AICTE is the only one regulator moved from regulatory to a facilitator role. So in this direction, as a facilitator, AICTE has created a lot of, I will not take time to explain all the schemes, projects, what we do at AICTE. So we do have close to about 10,000 institutions across the country. And AICTE has done exceedingly well in terms of internship, creation of mandatory internship, where students will work in an industry for a semester. And AICTE placement activity, because employability at the end of is very critical. And we also introduced the assistant and associate and full professor of practice, so that industry people will come and spend time and start teaching in the engineering colleges. So we also introduced recently, which will come out within a week's time, a sabbatical or industry visits for teachers. Involvement with the industry people also has been done in many ways. For example, in many committees of deciding the curriculum. See, AICTE gives actually a model curriculum, okay, for all the diploma and engineering colleges. This is prepared by a group of experts, professors in each of the area, along with industry experts. And almost every year we review this curriculum and keep modifying based on the requirements of the industry needs. And we also have advisory committees from the industry in many of the colleges who will guide them. And we also have created institute innovation councils at 7,500 institutions which are doing a lot of activities on the innovation, startups, entrepreneurial activity, including awareness about intellectual property rights. So many institutions, even engineering colleges, I have to tell you, I'm traveling nowadays, I'm saying a lot of them have technology business incubators, incubation cells, definitely research and development cells. And recently we have also created an experiential learning part, AICTE Idea Labs. 107 idea labs have been created at 107 colleges, and we are in the process this year. Another 150 more idea labs will be created across the country. This mandatory internship has also changed the way our students are getting educated. Friends, before I come to today's conference, I will just tell you, technical education plays a very crucial role in the development of India, especially when it aims to become a developed nation by 2047. The field of technical education has become increasingly important in India as the country seeks to position itself as a global leader in innovation and technology. Just to give you a number, today we are the largest producers of engineering graduates in the world. Close to about 1.3 million graduates come out of all AICTE institutions. And just to compare for you, IITs produce, all the 23 IITs produce 15,000 graduates, and all NITs, National Institute of Technology, produce another 20,000 graduates. So you can see the number. And the success of these programs, which started in somewhere in 80s, is mind-boggling. Because wherever you go, even maybe in this also I should try that action. I wanted to ask you, how many of you have an UG degree from IITs and NITs here? Can you raise the hand, please? You see, I can see 5 hands. I will ask the next question. How many of you are from AICTE approved institutions? You see, this itself will clearly shows majority of you are very successful people. I consider you as successful. That means AICTE institutions, engineers are very successful, and they are basically the backbone for the growth of India. For example, I went to ISRO, I was with Somnath. I asked him, how many of you have IIT graduates? Very few, or 0, I can tell you. Majority of these, including him, is a graduate from a private engineering college. So many of us also did the same thing. Many of us have graduated, including people who are sitting on the dais, from an engineering college, set up this. So we always talk about their quality. So quality initiative, what AICTE has tried to bring it into these institutions, friends. So what is that we are trying to do at AICTE institutions? See, this is how technical education has been transformed in the last 8 to 10 years. So one is the skilling. So we have given a lot of emphasis on skilling, and up to 40% of the credits, after for example in a BTech, 160 credits, up to 40% of them students can take a self-learning, skill-based courses. Our National Education Alliance for Technology, NEET, if some of you have seen it, please log in and see at AICTE's website. We have more than 1,000 edutech companies participating along with AICTE to offer courses. Okay? We are now asking them to creditize the same and become part of the curriculum. Next is the innovation and research. Technical education fosters innovation and encourages research and development at all our institutions. And we have a mandatory cell actually R&D cell at all the institutions. More than that is, we are the only country as a nation conducts hackathon, okay? And you could see the festivity of these hackathons. Smart India Hackathon has started in 2017, and consecutively, our Honorable Prime Minister has interacted with the student even at midnight. I'm saying you 9:30 he has started interacting with the kids online, okay, and it is really mind-boggling. And the way, and every event he was present, 2008, 17, 18, 19, 20, even during COVID pandemic, it was an online hackathon. These hackathons are software edition 36 hours, hardware edition 5 days. The people build their projects, and these projects are displayed at the end, and many of these ideas we have collated in ICTE 2.0 portal at AICTE. Today, friends, we have more than 1 lakh ideas, and more than 6,500 startups have emerged out of this. This is not, and some of them went on to become unicorns. So these stories are not known to many. So I would like you to please look at that. Next is coming to the industrial growth of the nation. A strong technical education system supports the growth of the industry by providing them the pool of skilled professionals, leading to increased productivity, efficiency, and competitiveness. So you can show me an industry without a graduate from AICTE approved institutions, then I will accept. Everywhere, whether it is in India or abroad, all our engineering graduates are there successfully doing their jobs. Okay? And you can see today top companies of all CEOs, CTOs, CFOs are all Indian diaspora, graduated 1 degree at least from India. So this is the education. We are all still looking skeptical about its quality. Definitely, this has contributed extensively well, but definitely there is a scope for improvement. I'm not saying there is no scope for improvement. But we have excelled and be the world leader in technical education. Coming to infrastructure development, ladies and gentlemen, India has done very well. This is again a contribution of technical. So even today, I am a civil engineer. I'm involved in construction of long bridges and many of those. Majority of them, even international companies, okay, have only Indian diaspora engineers. It's really a proud moment for all of us today. And in entrepreneurship, today India is the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world, with 1,25,000 startups. Out of this, more than 125 companies are unicorns, and maybe bigger than that also. And what is most important is all of these 125 unicorns are brought more than $450 billion worth of market capital, and 1/4 of that has flowed even from outside to India. So I'm not saying that there are no failures. There are failures, but we need to reach to much greater heights. So we need to look at how we can really do this. So there is a global competitiveness. China and America are much, much above. So well-developed technical education system only can place us equivalent to them or beyond, better than them. And that day has come, ladies and gentlemen. This is Amrit Kal. And this is the golden time. You have seen the success of Chandrayaan, Aditya L1, how we have placed it very accurately when even very developed countries have failed to do so. Russia's launch itself did not even reach the moon. And then American private companies reached the moon but tripped over. So, but the Chandrayaan project was a very successful project. Washington Post wittily said, in their article soon after the launch, so look at Indian engineers, particularly the women engineers of India, okay, wearing bindi and a sari, were able to contribute and place this successfully on the South Pole for the first time in the world. So big applaud for the women engineers of the India, please. Why I say that is, more than 40% of engineering students are all girls in AICTE institutions. It was their own choice. See, IITs were still struggling to get girl student more than 22%. The reason is maybe many choices, because of many of us parents also don't want our girl student to go to an IIT very far away from their home. Instead, they study in a nearby college and do well. They successfully have done it. This is the golden time, madam, sir. Sustainable development is another where technical education can contribute extensively. That's the beauty of India, where we have demonstrated extensively how to inculcate the sustainable practices and technologies promoting environmental conservation, resource efficiency, and sustainable development, which are essential for long-term prosperity of the nation. So look at what we have done in terms of solar, everything very big, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a golden time, as I told you, it is an Amrit Kal, and I don't think India has to wait to become the leader of the world. We are presently the 5th largest economy. We are going to be soon 3rd largest economy because thin margin. And it is not just the economy itself. If you look at the number of publications, we are already in the 3rd position. I know there is a lot of gap between the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st because Chinese and Americans, whether it is in patent filing. So today, our patent filing has also increased. We are again in the 3rd position. And number of PhDs produced in STEM areas, we are again 3rd largest in the STEM areas, science, technology, and engineering, mathematics. So these numbers has not come very easily. Professor Rao, you talked about more of how research and innovation initiatives by the government has helped to create such an ecosystem. Friends, I'm talking about the other space. One is research and innovation, the other is the skilling. That's where India has actually started in 2019 a new ministry on skill development and entrepreneurship, first time. And the beauty is the Minister for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is same as the Minister of Education. So there is a lot of collaboration on skilling, and we are actually in the preparing our young people for a new skilling and skill courses. So I was very happy to be part of a signatory to many large multinational companies like IBM, Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, okay, and many other, to signing with dedicated, clear numbers to be trained by 2030. Each one of them have given a clear number and what they're going to train and how they're going to do free of cost using their CSR funding. I did even ask them, why are you doing this? Okay, why are you doing everything free for our students, particularly the engineering and technological courses? The answer is, these are our future employers. Please remember, world is an aging society. Majority of the countries, whether it is Japan, Germany, or Taiwan, and even though Taiwan is a very small country, but the technology in semiconductor is mind-boggling. But there are no young people there really take care of the future growth as well as even sustaining whatever technologies they have developed. This is where India's strength coming in, the demographic dividend with 500 million young people aspiring to be people to achieve something. And this is the time we have opened up our technical education, friends. So now there is no moratorium. Soon after I took over, I said there is no moratorium. A competition will be there for among the good, and these numbers, they're not going to only look for their jobs in India, they can be the global engineers. So we have seen such kind of a mass movement of people in 60s, 70s, but the number itself was very small. But today, friends, our numbers are going to really deliver a leadership role to India. We are already witnessing that. So in this particular conference, what you are trying to do, the work-integrated learning, which contributes to the overall improvement of the educational quality by ensuring the curricula remain relevant and up-to-date with industry trends and demands. I have clearly demonstrated how we have actually done that in a regular programs. But this is a program for the people who are working. So I have also created a new program this year called Working Professionals Program. This is an evening program, which is a flexible program, but they will go to a college full-time. They will attend laboratories, classes full-time, using the existing infrastructure and faculty at the colleges. I'm very happy to tell you 325 colleges we have identified from top performing institutions and given this role of working professionals. So this program is going to be very successful because an ITI fellow who is working with 1 year of experience can register for a diploma fellow can register for a UG program, and UG program, with a UG program, working professional can do a PG, postgraduate, in those identified institutions within 75-kilometer range so that he can physically go to the classes and attend them and attend the laboratories as well. This has been a very, very, well-received program by all the institutions because it's a revenue-generating model for them as well. And this is a very unique program which was not at all there, which we have created. So what is the difference between the one what BETS is doing and what the one we are doing? Let me talk about a little bit before I conclude. See, as I showed you, AICTE give more emphasis to collaborate with industry experts and stakeholders to develop the curricula, and that also incorporate the work-integrated programs. These curricula are designed to equip students with the skills, knowledge, and practical experience required to be a successful career in their chosen field. So, only the difference is the WILP program of the BETS is delivery using technology. So let me also talk about technology delivery in our AICTE institution also. Majority of the institutions, I will tell you, they are much advanced now today with high-end technologies. They are already using it. And we are actually asking, if you did not know this, 40% of the courses they can take through SWAYAM and SWAYAM Plus. SWAYAM is a very largest MOOCs platform in the world. 10,000 full-time courses offered by many of our IITs and NIT and very senior professors are available to all the students, and they can take the exam, and we have made it very flexible also. These examinations can be conducted by the colleges itself now. This is another model. First is examination will be conducted by IIT Madras for all the NPTEL related of the SWAYAM courses, but now last month we have added SWAYAM Plus. Even Microsoft, Google can also offer their skill courses on this platform, which is creditizable. So this is part of the things which we have done. So the delivery using technology is possible for many courses which are theoretical based or mathematical based, but engineering program, still AICTE presently says clearly, watch my word, presently says clearly, no online engineering program can be run in the country without proper interaction. Because online courses, what happens is, when an online delivery of engineering programs, there are advantages, there are disadvantages. I could witness yesterday evening, I spent quite a bit of time looking at what BITS have developed. So there is a limited hands-on experience, and some engineering disciplines require hands-on lab work and practical experience, particularly civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and such courses. Communication barriers, collaborative projects and discussions. Please remember, our students' attention span is going down because they are flipping these 2-minute videos on their Facebook. Facebook has already apologized to the government of United States, saying that it's basically an addiction. So friends, in that case, we need to bring them for some time to the campuses. This is a very, very essential. That is what AICTE thinks strongly. Technology limitations are also there. A poor internet connection. Even though we could say as a country today, the developer of the largest public digital infrastructures in the world, and 45% of our UPI transactions happen, and digitally without any interference, and many of us have actually removed our wallet and credit cards as well, only GPay and all that. Please remember, we are the largest as a country have adopted digital technologies. During COVID-19, friends, more than 350 crores. This number, I think many of the Americans will not understand because the entire their population. 10 times of their population. 350 million. So 10 times of their population are actually on our Ayushman Bharat, and as well as the vaccination done. So every vaccination certificate, many of us have downloaded many, many times at a fraction of a second. Such kind of digital infrastructure India has created, so we're still having a doubt. So, friends, reduced societal interaction is also another problem with completely going online. Friends, the effective instructional design, interactive online platforms, and supportive faculty are very essential. I'm not saying, so we need to develop that. We need to also use extensively but I am only saying it has to be blended. Somewhere we need to blend part of it, otherwise we will not be. So AICTE advocates for the importance of WIL in enhancing the employability of the technical education graduates and addressing the skills gap in the workforce. Through awareness campaigns, AICTE also promotes the benefits of WIL among students, educators, employers, and policymakers. We have written to all state governments. A lot of skilling activities are happening in every state government. Many skill development programs are happening at a big scale. Friends, there are Skill India Digital is one other largest digital platform which is going to be available to you. It is already open. That's going to have 50 crore registered users. And the way digital infrastructure are being used by AICTE as well, we have created recently a PAR ID, which along with academic bank of credits and national credit framework giving you flexibility, this will be the new QR code for our young learners. They can pick and choose their courses and deliver get their degrees. To accumulating all these things online, the days are not very far away. So I'm not against, again, wanted to tell you, we are not against digital learning. What I'm trying to tell you is an engineering program with some hands-on is very, very essential, and we need to keep that in mind while we are delivering work-integrated learning programs. This is a message from the AICTE. I request, there is a scope. Whatever the numbers are, you should create and do the things. We need to have what is called facilitation centers across the country, talk to them, integrate these things with them, and enough money should be spent on those things as well to have an interaction, and live interaction. AICTE is there to you. We will set up at 12 locations these kind of laboratories if you want. Another 200 AICTE Idea Labs will be generated for you, which will be useful to you as well. You can join hands with us and make those accessible to the young people, where they will also work together collectively in an environment where they can contribute. So with this, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for the work-integrated learning program of BETS Pilani, but I only advise them to see how you bring them together for some time so that they work in a collaborative environment and also hands-on rather than everything on the computer. Okay? So there is a deficiency in the computers program. So I appreciate the scale at which they're doing, because we need to reach that scale of, as I told you, of 50% of gross enrollment ratio in 10 years. So there are programs which can be run even in engineering, like cyber security, data science, artificial intelligence, completely online. There is no problem. But core engineering is very key. Friends, core engineering, we are also emphasizing that emerging technology course as a minor for all our core engineering. So AICTE's initiatives are actually much better than many of the IITs and NITs. As a director of an IIT, I'm telling you. Okay? And there are much better, but implementation to the root level has not happened. That also will accept. Okay? But there are more than 1,500 institutions generating large number of very high quality engineers for the growth of the nation. Those are there for us because majority of our IIT graduates have a package and run away. And they are so number also, we don't even find them. But the people who are either in the startup, entrepreneurial activity, research and innovation, whether ISRO, DRDO, all are our second and third grade engineering college students. And question yourself, many of you are also from there only, and who have contributed well and be successful. So our institutions are doing an excellent job. This is a golden time, and we need to bring the entire world to India. AICTE is planning to go even abroad to facilitate, not to, because I don't run any engineering college. I only facilitate all of you. So we are actually going to 5 countries soon to facilitate not only just students coming to India. I am talking about student mobility, faculty mobility, dual degree programs, twinning programs. We have a program with Ashok Leyland, MTech program, twinning program with Ashok Leyland. 1 year they will spend at the college, 1 year in the Ashok Leyland factory itself. So there are fantastic models in India, And you go to every institute, you see a new thing. So there are a lot of learnings can be done. So there is no doubt. Let us have a positive hope that India will be the leader soon, and the days are not very far. And as I keep saying this to many, 17th century belonged to Dutch, 18th to British, 19th to Americans, and maybe 20th century to China, and then 21st century is ours, ladies and gentlemen, after the COVID-19. Thank you very much. Namaskar.